Hello Darts Nutz. I'm going to do another review of a set of Bulls Fighter soft tip darts. This particular model is the Domanais, I think that's how you pronounce it, and this is the signature barrel of a Philippine player called Joseph Domanais, and it comes in the standard, or what is standard at the moment, Bulls Fighter packaging with this cardboard outer sleeve. And on the back of the sleeve it tells you about the Bulls Fighter story and who they are. If you don't know, it's a Korean company that started from a team of dart players from a bar, and they came up with their own brand, and I have to say it's one of the best quality brands I've come across. Nearly every set that I've ever had has been perfectly made and perfectly matched in weight, and these are a very nice looking dart. You'll probably see better when I do the close-up, but you've got this kind of a metal hard, well, it is metal, I'm pretty sure it's metal, yeah. It's got a very plush feel to the case. It's got a velvety lined section where the darts go, and this soft section on the top makes a nice satisfying sound when you close it. I love doing that. And inside you've got the darts fitted with some soft tip points, and I believe somebody said that the soft tips were Ultima soft tips, and the flights are the Bulls Fighter signature flights, already pre-slotted with a little spring clip, and you got big fat fingers, it's a bit awkward getting them in. And these retail for 118,000 Korean won, which is about £68 at the moment, and it looks like they're made to a very nice finish again. Very nicely polished and machined, very cleanly machined barrels. So we'll have a close look at the dart. Right then, here's the close look at the darts. As you can see, it's fitted with your normal 2BA soft tip point, and it's got a interesting front section. It's got a kind of a lip there, so I think it's more for the rear gripper to rest that finger on now, but as you know, I'm a front gripper, so it may give something for me to push against. And I think get back into focus. It's got these little notches at the front here, but the interesting part is this grip on the rear. It does look kind of vicious when you see it like this. It is very grippy. Definitely a high level of grip. It's a very nice feeling grip as well, but it looks very nicely cut and machined, very clean cut. And then on the very rear of the barrel there's some little fine micro rings, but it's a really nice looking dart. They do make some really good stuff, Bulls Fighter. Not just darts as well, they make cases and all kinds of things now. So it's a brand that's growing very quickly, and they've got quite a stable of players now. Obviously to the Western world some of them are probably not so well known, but it's only a matter of time before they get some well known players in the stable as well. And you've got some, I think, in between nylon stems and the Bulls Fighter transparent flights. So I'll just let you look at the dart for a bit, then I'll put the detailed picture up. See how close I can get it. Alright, here's the detailed picture.
The darts are fitted with a 25mm soft tip point, and there's a slight smooth section with a kind of a step down ridge at the front of the barrel, which is 4mm, including the little step down bit. And then the next part of the barrel has got these grooves cut into it, and it's got a smooth section. That whole section is 17.9mm wide, and then you've got a section with a very thin ring and a small narrow groove and a wide groove, which is about 2mm wide. And then the main section on the rear of the barrel is made up of this kind of a faceted style shark grip, which is 16.5mm long. And then you've got another section of a wide groove, a thin ring and a narrow groove of about 2mm, and then the barrel tapers towards the end, and it's got a very fine micro style grip that's 3.6mm wide. The overall length is 46mm and the width is 6.5mm.
Alright then, I'll take some measurements along the barrel. Barrel length is 46.06, probably 46, and then I get it squared up. Yeah, it's probably 46mm. Sometimes I don't always get exactly square in this caliper, but looks to be the thickest around about there, so I'll measure that bit first. That says 6.5, and then I'll measure this grippy rear section. 6.35, so it goes a little bit thinner there, and obviously it tapers a little bit on the rear. 6.26, and this section here with the grooves at the front, 6.5 again, and then it tapers again at the front, which is probably 5.95. Alright, let's compare the weight of the barrels and see if we get another perfectly matched set from Bull's Fighter. That's 18.04 grams. That's 18.04 grams. Probably just shaking about a little bit. And that's 18.04 grams, so it's another perfectly matched set from Bull's Fighter, and just shows you how good the quality is. And the weight of the full setup is 20.11 grams. Right then, let's see if I can find the balance point. I'm going to check it with the soft tip point attached. Just about there, I think. So it's almost in the centre, but just, I would say, just slightly front of centre. I think it's going to move a little bit onto that rear grip now. So with the supplied setup, yeah, it's just about around about where the rear grip starts. So that's the detailed look at the Bull's Fighter Joseph Domanais darts. It's a lovely looking dart. I just wish I was a natural rear gripper though, because that grip is quite awesome really. So let's give them a throw and see how they go. As usual, when I try any dart, I always go with my natural grip first, and I'm naturally gripping these pretty much exactly on the nose of the barrel. I know they're not really meant for a front gripper, but they're flying really well. I'm surprised at how good they're flying actually. That's just my first few throws, but I didn't expect them to be flying as well as that. I'm really surprised there. I don't really think it is meant as a front gripper though, not when it's got all that amazing grip on the rear of the barrel. But there is a little bit of a lip there. It's only a smooth kind of a ledge, but there's a little bit of grip in these like little grooves as well, so I'm getting a little bit of grip on, but just them first few throws from the dart from that position, and it's just flying really well. It's just perfectly balanced. I wouldn't say it's looping, it's flying quite flat, but it's holding its course, and I think also with it being 18 gram, it's just a little bit lighter than some of the 15-16 gram darts that I've used before, but it's still quite a bit lighter than my normal steel tips, which are 23 gram, but I'm really surprised so far. So I'll just carry on throwing it there, but I'm obviously going to try it in the middle and the rear, but it would have been nice if there was a little bit more grip there, because the way the dart is flying, I'm really quite pleased with that. Okay, I'm not going to throw forever on the front grip. I'll do that after the video, get more practice in, but quite pleased with that so far. Very surprised it worked that well. So I'm going to try the middle section now, so I'm kind of half on the smooth part there and half on this very grippy, well, it's kind of like a faceted sharp grip. So I'm getting still plenty of grip there, but I'm not fully onto that grippy section yet, so see how it flies from there. Doesn't fly too bad through the air. I just found it a little bit harder to direct it. Obviously it's not my natural grip, but I'll have a few more throws and see if I can get a bit better at it. I don't know whether it's the two different grips being smooth on one side and sharp on the other that's affecting us, but sometimes I can get away with throwing it out the middle, and sometimes it just takes a little bit more practice, so I'll have a couple more goes. Stupid segment's got stuck again. It just feels a little awkward for me. Just starting to get the hang of it a little bit there at the end, but I think I'm naturally doing a lot better with the front grip. But sometimes it's a bit weird, sometimes I do okay, depending on the length of the barrel as well. This is a slightly longer than some of the other short ones I've had. But I'll try fully on that rear section now, so I've got a full grip on the full length of the grippy faceted section, and it's a very grippy part of the barrel, that, so I think that's definitely how it's been designed for a rear gripper, as quite a lot of the soft tips are, but really surprised how well it's worked with the front grip, so we'll see how it goes on the rear. Now the immediate thing I noticed straight away from throwing it from the rear is that that extra grip has given me a little bit more velocity behind the dart. I'm getting more bite as I'm like pushing forward with my fingers, so I'm getting a little extra speed, but considering I'm not a natural rear gripper, it's flying pretty well. Didn't notice any problems through the flight of the dart, kept a nice steady flight, but like I say, it's not my natural grip, but I'll have a few more throws and see if I can get any better. I think the grip on the rear is working better than it did on the middle for me. Not as good as it was on the front though. Yeah. The rear definitely works better for me than the middle does, but if you're a natural rear gripper, it's going to be perfect. But I'm quite happy to recommend it for a front gripper as well, but obviously there's not as much grip at the front, so if you're a front gripper who likes plenty of grip, then maybe not. But if you're a front gripper that can get away with a kind of a low medium grip, then could work quite well for you. But it is a straight barrel dart, so they do tend to often suit many styles of grips, so that's probably why it's working as well as it is with my front grip. But definitely, if you like a grippy rear section, it's a perfect dart for that. And it's flying pretty well there with my rear grip, so if I was a proper rear gripper, it would probably be flying even better. But I'm just going to go back to my front grip now. So there you go, the Bulls Fighter Domanais. It's a very nicely set up dart for a rear gripper, but works surprisingly well with my front grip. Very impressive dart actually, and again beautifully made by Bulls Fighter. Very high quality darts, so very impressed with it. And if you're a rear gripper who likes a very grippy dart, then that's the one, especially if you like a straight barrel. Flies very nice, but really surprised how well it's worked with my front grip, so I'm very impressed with these darts. So that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.